Today's move comes from a Timmehtek video from the TechPoy Facebook group last week. Timmy was playing around with this, which is Triquetra versus pendulum, and he found this really cool place where you could do a little stall that switches the direction of the move, like so. And, of course, you can do that both at a hands-together orientation and the unit circle orientation, which makes the top part feel more like a cat-eye versus pendulum. Which I suppose you could actually do it as cat-eye versus static for that bit. So, what makes this work? On the Triquetra side, as you are coming down from that top pedal, you are, instead of going down to doing the anti-spin pedals, you're instead kind of freezing your hand for a second as the poi is coming down. It goes around, and you give it a top stall back around, right? Which looks like this. When you come back around, you've got that moment where it's coming back up through the middle, and you just turn that moment into the Triquetra going the opposite direction, right? Which, of course, you can repeat the same trick on the other side. As for the pendulum hand, literally all it's doing is, as you're carrying it around, you stop it midway and give it just enough energy to go sideways so that the two poi line up in the same direction. That's all there is to it. So, of course, you can cycle through this real rapidly if you so chose. One of the other things that Timmy was playing around with on it was the idea of kind of taking it into a plane breaking place, like so. Right? Which I think is cool and all, but there's some other possibilities in there that intrigue me a little bit more. One of which is that since both of the poi are going sideways, it presents a great opportunity to switch into a same direction, same time hybrid, like this. The trick here is that the opposite hand goes up top to the one that I'm used to. Usually I'm used to having the left hand take the top spot, not the right hand, but it works just as well to have the right hand taking the top spot as it does the left. Mechanics are exactly the same. So to get into that, you're talking about out of that stall, just letting the poi continue to rotate. And of course, you can go straight back into the move by taking the two poi back into this kind of stalling place right here, and taking it back to the Triquetra, right? So once again, that's ooh. And the great thing about this is that it takes you back into the Triquetra going the same direction, right? The other fun place that I thought was a good match for this was treating this moment right here when the poi are both off to the side as though it's the bottom end of a Triquetra. And this one is a little tricky because it requires getting enough momentum into the pendulum hand that you can shoot it straight up and then get an anti-spin out of it. It's easier with the stalling hand because it just gets played like a float going into the Triquetra. What it looks like is this. Right? And then I can switch it over to the other side of my body. I could play this into a Zan's diamond kind of place too. Ooh. And of course, same rules apply for getting back out of it, right? You could take it into a Zan's diamond place where you broke into the other hand on top and therefore could take it with the opposite hand going the opposite direction. And if you are so inclined to take that challenge on, I'd love to see somebody do it. If you do it, throw your video in as a response to this one, and hopefully we'll see that in the not too distant future. I'll be working on it too, but it wasn't ready for today. Anywho, thank you guys for watching, and thank you, Timmy, for the inspiration. Peace.